Hi guys, this is Ravensleep45 and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Today we're going to be doing the Summoner's Job quest, but before we proceed to our regular scheduled recording, I do want to mention a couple of things. And for starters, if you see any abilities from the Summoner/Pet, like say Pain Flare, all the dots, not to mention Devotion, they're either been removed or replaced altogether from the game. So if you see any of those abilities in my recording, and you're probably wondering why I still have them, this is prior to Stormblood all the way to Endwalker, so that's the reason I still have said abilities. So with that being said, this has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day. Hi guys, this is Ravensleep45 and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today we'll be continuing on with the Summoner's Job quest, and man, that last recording where we found out Prince Master is still alive? I don't know if it's the real Siri, but I think it's like a clone or something, you know, because Alligan really loves cloning people and shit. So, with that, let us continue with the story and figure out how we're gonna deal with this new menace now. Alright, let's talk with our good old Yumicha and see where to go from here. Off the record! I have searched throughout the usual histories but found scant mention of Seri. 'Tis as Prim said, records of his existence have all but been expunged. And since my knowledge is limited to the day I have stored away, we must rely on those lost elegant records that escape the purge. My colleagues Rammbroes may be able to help us there. Hardly a day goes past when his team does not lift some forgotten treasures from the ruins in Mordona. Shall we pay him a visit? Well, what other leads do we got, so yes, let's pay him a visit. Alright, onward to Mordona. Okay, here we are. I really hope Rammbroes have any information regarding this person calling himself Saray, even if he's the real person or not. New Mitra has informed me of your search, and I shall certain to contact you should our discoveries include any mention of this Saray person. There may be, however, be a swifter way to acquire the information you seek. And that is? I know of a certain merchant who collects undescribed tombstones with even greater zeal than the sons of the Saint Coinach. Ah, you speak of Renoa. Oh, you mean that Renoa that charges you a huge amount of tombstones whenever you upgrade your relic weapons from every expansion. Yep, that's the same person. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past her if she knows anything about Alligan history from all the stuff she's been hoarding. We inform something of a symbolic relationship with her custodium. In return for financing your expeditions, we will provide Renoa with a selection of our finds. And I'm sure you'll find her amenable to requests for assistance. Assist my ass! I'm pretty sure we have to barter something to Renoa in order to get the information that we need. And knowing Renoa, when there's anything to be made in money in this game, she'd be the very first person to extort you for everything you got. After all, you wouldn't merely need to borrow her tombstones for a time, yes? Here, I pen a letter with my personal reinsurance that her stock will be returned, none the worse for wear. Well, I can guarantee that it won't, be damaged or anything, because I can't imagine how much money she'll charge for, damaging her goods. Alright, we got the letter of recommendation. Now we need to visit Renoa in Mordona, and hopefully she'll be so kind to relinquish her tombstones to us. Alright, here we are. Hopefully Renoa is very generous today. Alright, Renoa. Or whenever. What can I do for you? Here's the letter of recommendation. So, you hear backing of Rammbroes, eh? Well, I suppose I wouldn't hurt to lend you some of my tombstones. In fact, I do you one better. I will let you borrow the transcripts, courtesy of the scribbles at the ironworks. As books, they are damn slight heavier, but you don't need any fancy machines when it is all pinned down in ink and parchments. Give me a summary of the contents when you are finished, and I can consider that as payment. Collectors part with more coin if they know what they are getting. And my time is too precious to waste on reading ancient history. So basically she let us do all the grunt work while she does nothing. Well, at least we get what we need in the process, I guess. Consider a deal, Rowena. And thank you. Well, Artorias, shall we get to work? Yep, let's. As soon as you can find information about this person we need, the better we can know how to defeat him. Okay, where to go from here? Just down over here, I'm guessing? Oh no, wait, that's going back to where I need to go for my quest job, so that's not my destination. Where I really need to go is... map. Okay, it's just right over here, downward. Okay, cool. Right over here. Fancy that! I have barely begun skimming to the first volume, and there are already some promising pages. Let's wake up Prim and share our findings, shall we? Yes, we shall. Oh, hi, Rammbroes. Ah, Rammbroes! Have you come to check on our progress? This charming tome is Principia, a sentient familiar of ancient Allegan. A pleasure to meet you, Master Rammbroes. Please call me Prin if you prefer. Thank you, Prin. And might I say what a privilege is to meet such a rare and clever construct. Clever? Well, yes. Apparently Prim was written that way. In fact, we're just hoping to hear an opinion of a new snippet of information I've uncovered. This was an order list in the records of Imperial military communication, commanding that the fruits of the Master Summoner's research to be seized. It appears that the army had more in a passing interest in Sari's experiments. And what exactly was the purpose of this research? Master Sari toiled to weave the summoning magic with ether chemical technology. For example, he experimented with replacing grimoires with mechanical mediums and sought the manifest Iggy of greater authenticity by utilizing high-speed computations. Okay. Simply put, he turned the machines into enhanced traditional summoning mediums. Is that the gist of it? Correct! But Master Sari was never one to abuse the success of his experiments. No matter how they magnify his power, he will not place his trust into machines. Their inherently complex nature was too prone to error, he said. The dates on this communication indicate a time in the later half of Sari's life. Is it possible something could have occurred between crafting you and the execution of this order that may have greatly altered the summoner's outlook? There was, of course, the voice-sent wave of anti-summoner sentiment that swept through Allegan. It claimed the lives of many of Master Sari's disciples. Following their deaths, he began spending much of his time cloistered within his laboratory. Honestly, I wouldn't blame the guy after witnessing a bunch of his disciples getting killed off one after another. If I was in his position, I would probably do the exact same thing and hold up in my laboratory until I can find the cause to what killed my disciples. Such an incident could certainly be responsible for changing a man. In Principia, you were unaware of the subsequent events once you fell into slumber. Yes? I will guess so? From what have you learned so far, it is safe to say that the foe we encounter is related to Ceres' research in some way. But how it related is another question. And there is likely more clues buried in these records. I shall speak with Captain Wolf and ask to borrow the sharp minds of his summoner squad. It's a rather imitating pile to tackle on our own. Well, since you have the transcripts, there's no need to travel far. You are welcome to make use of my tent and the reference materials of the Alcan found there. That would be enormous help, thank you. Let's haul these books to the dig site, shall we? You mean more like me hulking all this to the camp? Okay, we're almost at the campsite, and I really hope Dancing Wolf allow his subordinates to help us, because with more people on deck, we can have a better chance to find the clues that we need. And look at that, he did let us borrow his subordinates. Our summoner colleagues arrived with a swiftness after I relayed them our requests. It is well to see them recover from their injuries. That's good to hear. At least they're all healed up and ready to help us when we need them. With everyone pulling in, we still a good chance of finding something useful. Yep, hopefully. Ah! Here! The bugger I was looking for! The second record of the military finally caught up with Ceres. It says, here the summoners found dead, killed by someone else, it seems. Then we have the proof of the original Ceres' demise in the third Astro era. Now there remains the question of who or what attacked us in this age. My coin is on one of those clone creations. Is there not a more to the story, Lieutenant? Aye! It goes on to describe how the Imperial Army took over Ceres' research, laundering his experience as exceptional dangerous, but ripe with potential applications. In other words, they basically used his experiments for war. They shifted operations to an artificial island soon after and began practical testing. One cataclysm incident later, though, and that was the end of that, I think. The artificial island must be referred to the Seal Rock, the very site our encounter with the present-day Ceres. During the battle, my character's simulacrum exhibit the ability to summon multiple Aegis simultaneously, as well as manifest a high etheric facsimiles of flesh and blood entities. The basic of every one of these unorthodox techniques can be traced back to the Master Ceres' research into machine-enhanced summoning. I say we have enough evidence to support our working theory then, namely that the Alcan military was using a clone of the deceased Ceres to perform horrendous experiment tests which explored the feasibility of interchemically bolstered summoning magic. Yep. And when we landed on Seal Rock, we must have somehow awoken the remnants of those experiments. Mayhap we have solved the mystery of who the attacker was, but now I would like to know the place to where he fled. What refuge exists for such a being? That is a good question. Where else could he actually stay hidden from us? From what I can gather, the results of Ceres' work were buried off to some secret laboratory called Interchemical Research Facility. Oh, that one place in the Helix area. Yeah, I know that place very well. You know of this place, miss? Is it far? Quite a bit, yeah. Azallah! If that's where they're keeping Ceres' research, then it's possible the clones may have headed there. Our squad will fly back to Seal Rock and make further investigations. The relics of the past may hold some hint we haven't yet considered. An excellent idea. Thank you. We should return to Gridania for the time being. Well, while they're doing their investigation, I guess we head back to Gridania and mull over to what information we have so far. Alright, let's head back to Gridania. And we're here. Hopefully the other team's investigation turned out fruitful, because right now we have giant SWAT on what to go on from here. I have received an update from Captain Wolf regarding their investigation on Sealed Rock. Do it seem that they're certain of an elegant relic have shown signs of recent activation? The mechanisms were too heavily damaged to offer more in the way of useful information. However, I fear we must brave this Azazala facility and search for Sari ourselves. Is that what he was hoping for when he said, "I'll be waiting"? I'm pretty sure that's what he was implying. It is possible! I do not think the detailed importance at the time, but the lock engraved by Master Sari's Silicum was not of the strictest tier. Rather, the seal is one which fades upon the sealer's demise. Then he was goading us into finding and defeating him? Another challenge? Or is this simply a trap? I am not fond of rushing into the unknown. Grid yourself for the worst, Artorias, and I will learn the present circumstances of the research facility. And off the guard is done.